Alrighty, hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I go by the handle Cryptic Lovecraft, and in today's video I will be ranking Nightwish's studio albums. Before I get into it, I'm just going to preface this by saying that Nightwish is part of my holy trinity of music. They're in my top favorite bands. They rank at #1 alongside Aerosmith and Megadeth, and lately I've been making a bunch of videos about Megadeth. Well, I've only done 2. I may take one of them down. But anyway, let's get into this ranking. But first, let me go ahead and take a sip of my scotch. Alright, and one more thing, there will be a little bit of show and tell after the video. Alright, so maybe I should have done this before I started the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so Nightwish has a total of 10 albums. So coming in last place, and actually, let me issue a disclaimer. All of Nightwish's albums are absolutely amazing, and there is no shame in the ranking that any of these albums, whether it ranked last or whether it ranked first. Nightwish's worst album, in my view, is still 10 times better than the average band's best album, okay? So I just want to put that out there. And I hate to do this. Nightwish would not feel flattered if they saw this video, and Nightwish, I'm sorry, but I just have to be objective. I'm giving the recent album, Human Nature, the most current album, last place. One of the reasons, there are 2 primary reasons for it. Now, understand, I love this album. It sat in my CD player for almost 3 months when it first came out. I pre-ordered it. And I genuinely love the album, but it came in last place for 2 primary reasons. The first reason being that it's just too new to really stand alongside all their other albums that I've grown to love over the years. So that's part of it. Another part, and Floor, I hate to do this to you because you're amazing, okay? Not to take anything away from Taria or Annette, but Floor, I truly love you, and I'm really sorry. Another problem that I have with this album is that there was only 1 guitar solo on the first song called Music, and that's a great song. That could be a contender for one of my top 10 favorite Nightwish songs, actually. So but it was a really short, simple solo, and all it did was just kind of follow the melody of the song, and there weren't any other oh, and Marco, I hate to do this to you too because it was your last album, man, with them. Anyway, yeah, there just weren't any guitar solos on the album, and I'm a guitarist. Well, I mean, not a very good one, but I mean, you know, I'm a guitar-oriented guy, and they just didn't give me enough in the guitar department. You know, I need to have my solos. And Pooh, you know, you dropped the ball, dude. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, you let Tuomas steamroll you. I heard that Tuomas didn't allow guitar solos on the album, except for the one on Music, because he didn't want any one musician in the band to outshine the others. And to me, that's like some trophy generation, you know, garbage. I mean, to me, that's like saying, well, I should get a trophy just for participating. Or I should hold back so I don't, you know, steal your shine. It's like, just make metal, okay? But it is a great album, and the fact that it doesn't have guitar solos is the only problem I have with it. I mean, and the song Noise annoys me because it's so preachy. It's like old people, you know, dunking on the young people because the young people are doing something today that we didn't have back in our day. You know, it's cliche and it's annoying. Great song, just really annoying message. Alright, so coming in 9th place, Floor, I love you. I'm so sorry. Endless Forms Most Beautiful. Now, I respect Richard Dawkins. You know, he's an intelligent guy. And I think it's really cool that they wrote this album as a concept album based on his writings. And I think it's cool that they got Richard Dawkins on the record. I mean, that is amazing. And I love the album, but again, it's just hasn't been in my life long enough compared to all the other albums that I have much more sentimental value with. But I rank this album a 10, whereas I rank this one a 9 because of the guitar solo issue. This one had a little bit more solos, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've listened to it. So yeah, I'm really sorry, Nightwish. I'm really sorry, Floor. But again, there's no shame in this ranking at all. All your albums are amazing. All right, so coming in 8th place, and it kind of breaks my heart to rank it so low as well. I'm gonna have to go with Angels Fall First. Now, understand, I grew up with this album. I had it when I was in high school. It's their debut album, and it's a little bit more immature. I mean, Marco wasn't on the album yet. It was more of like a prototype than like the actual product that we would get from Nightwish over the years. It's kind of raw compared to the rest of their stuff or the rest of their catalog, but I mean, it's not like raw compared to the average artist's first album. So, and it's really common for me to not, like an artist's first album as much as I like, some of their later albums, especially if it's an artist with as much longevity as Nightwish has. All right, coming in 7th place is going to be Over the Hills and Far Away. As you can see, I have it autographed. I do not have Tarja's autograph on this, but I do have Tony Kakko's autograph from Sonata Arctica. He was actually really happy to sign this. He was like, "Oh, hey, check that out. I'll sign it." And I was like, "I was hoping you would, but thanks for, I mean, thanks, dude." And part of the reason why this one is ranked so low is because, I mean, it's not like an all-original studio album. I mean, 10th Man Down and Away, and I think, no, Astral Romance was on Angels Fall First. Yeah, but like 10th Man Down, Over the Hills and Far Away, and Away were like original songs, and then the rest were like live recordings and a remixed version of another song. So this one definitely ranks pretty low. I mean, I guess I could have switched places from this to this, but I'm not gonna. All right. So coming in 6th place, and I was really iffy on this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick Dark Passion Play. Tarja's release from the band was pretty heartbreaking for me at the time because I got my Once came out, and then I got this tattoo inspired by the cover of Once. The only reason why I got this tattoo instead of the album cover is because we didn't have smartphones yet. Wow, I'm old. And I forgot to bring the CD with me to the tattoo shop, so I just told him to give me a Weeping Angel. But I mean, I really loved Annette. I loved Dark Passion Play a lot. I mean, every song on here is truly great, but I just chose to put it in 6th place because as much as I love Dark Passion Play, I actually like Imaginarum just a little bit more. Not much more, but just a little bit. I really like the incorporation of lounge jazz on Slow Love Slow. Sometimes I'll go out to my back porch, smoke a cigarette, sip on my scotch, and listen to that song on my headphones, and it just hits the spot sometimes, And then the Crow, the Owl, and the Dove, I love the acoustic, folky kind of feel, and you know, the arabesque. I like the Middle Eastern tones, and Story Time is just a great song. And I mean, it's just as good as Dark Passion Play. It's just I like it about that much more. So, and that's coming in fifth place. So we are now in my top five. And I mean, guys, I'm really old school, so this shouldn't be any surprise to you. But you know, hey, Annette got one in there. Okay, Annette era Nightwish got one in there. But coming in fourth place, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Once. It was the final album with Tarja, and you know what? It was a banger. I loved it when it first came out. I still do to this day. I love all the songs. The album cover was the inspiration for the one and only tattoo that I have. In fact, in retrospect, I actually wish I would have just waited to get this album cover tattooed on me. So yeah, Once comes in fourth place. Coming in third place, and it was really difficult to decide between this and my second place ranking, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up Oceanborn. If I remember correctly, I actually believe Oceanborn was my first Nightwish CD. I bought it when I had just turned 16. Yeah, I love this album. There are two covers. There's a classical piece that Nightwish metalized called Moondance. I don't know who originally... Let me find out real quick. They probably gave credit in the... All it says is instrumental. Yeah, it's a cover of a classical music piece. And then they did a Hans Zimmerman cover, Walking in the Air, and I love the Nightwish version more than I love the original, but I respect the original. And then, I mean, there's just, every song on here is really good. I mean, I think maybe my favorite might be The Riddler, but I also love Sacrament of Wilderness, I love Gethsemane, I love Devil in the Deep Dark Ocean, I love Passion and the Opera, and the Pharaoh Sails to Orion. I mean, it's just a great record. Oh, and I have it autographed too. And then I have Wishmaster as number 2. I think this was the second Nightwish CD I ever bought, and I remember when my dad came into my room one day and I was playing this, and then a week later he asked me about it. He was like, "Who's that opera girl you've been listening to?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Nightwish." And my parents actually even like Nightwish now, and my grandparents were even inquiring about them once. And I also got like this older married couple that I'm friends with into Nightwish too, and their favorite era of Nightwish is Floor era Nightwish. That's their favorite. But yeah, Wishmaster. I mean, it's so good. It's so good after all these years. Every song. Okay, my personal favorite is definitely Dead Boy's Poem. I attempted to learn the guitar solo once. I need to relearn the guitar solo to that album. But I love Bear Grace Misery. And the one that kind of sounds like it, She Is My Sin. Those songs are pretty similar, especially lyrically. Come Cover Me is great. Deep Silent Complete has a great melody. And then the longest song on the album, Phantasmic, oh man, it's just a joy to listen to. Again, Wishmaster at number 2. Now, coming in at number 1 is my favorite album, not only from Nightwish, but my favorite album of all time, Century Child. This is going to be my next tattoo. I'm going to get the waterfall. I'm going to get the chick. I don't think I'm going to get Century Child written there, but I'm going to get that on this arm right here. It's going to be my next tattoo. Every song on this album is a masterpiece. I mean, I love this album. I love that the first three songs, "Bless the Child," "End of All Hope," and "Dead to the World." Those, to me, those are all like a trifecta. Those first three songs. I mean, they kind of have a similar vibe, but you know they're very distinguishable, very distinct. But I feel like they kind of fit like hand in glove together. I guess it would be like skeleton, flesh, glove. Um, they just fit so perfectly together. And then Everdream is probably my favorite song on the album, but Slaying the Dreamer, oh man, it's like their heaviest song. I think the next heaviest song is probably Tribal off of Human Nature. But oh man, Slaying the Dreamer is just great for when you're angry and you're just amped. And then Feel for You. Oh, oh, oh. And then the cover of Phantom of the Opera is the best cover song I've. Yeah, I think it's the best cover of that song, but it's probably also the best cover song of all time, arguably, in my opinion. And then the final and longest track on the album, Beauty of the Beast. Just amazing. Yep, so yeah, they're my favorite band. Now, I told you that I do some show and tell. Let's see. All right, so I got to see them live once when I was 20, when I was 18, and when I was 21. When I was 18, I got to see them on the Once tour when they toured the U.S. I got to see them with Tarja, and I got a picture with Tarja and myself, Tuomas and myself, and Impu and myself. I lost the one with Tarja, but I still have the one with Tuomas and Impu. And then I got to see them again when I was 21. And here's a photo of Annette and I. And I showed the picture to my dad, and he was like, "Another woman cryptic," because that's what my dad calls me. And I was like, "Yeah, Dad, because I could get a chick like that, you know?" And I also bought this Dark Passion Play condom from the show. They were selling these. I bought two. I used one, and then the other one went bad because I left it in my glove box for like a few months, and so I just kind of threw it out because I didn't trust it. Yeah, and I have other stuff too, but the video's already 18 minutes long, so I'm just gonna let you guys go. But that's my ranking. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Tell me your ranking, and tell me what kind of video you'd like to see next. Alright, thanks for watching. Horns up, peace out.